Hello everyone, I am Simran Kaur from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group. Today we will start a very musical chapter, which is chapter 13, sound. Now you know that we hear so many different types of sound every day, every hour, every minute. Like right now you are hearing my sound. So what is sound? We can say that like light energy, electrical energy, sound is also a form of energy which help us to communicate with each other. Like animals also produce different type of sound, like while I am clicking this mouse button, that sound is produced. These are a few topics which we'll cover in this part. This is part 1 of our video. Introduction, how is sound produced, characteristics of vibrations, musical instruments, sound produced by animals and humans, and sound needs a medium for propagation and speed of sound in different media. First of all, sound is energy. Sound is a form of energy and it travels from one place to another place, and it is a wave. Like you have seen wave in water, so that's same. Sound is also a kind of wave. It is longitudinal waves by which it travels from one place to another. Now for this question that how sound is produced, let's perform a very simple activity. For that, just place your finger in front of your throat and don't speak anything. Then will you feel anything? No. As soon as you will start speaking something, then you can feel the vibration. You can do with me, you can perform with me. So as I am speaking, I can feel these vibrations here in my throat. So we can conclude from this activity that sound is produced by a vibrating object. Got my point? Sound is produced by a vibrating object. It is produced by vibrations. Different kind of sound like chirping of birds, ringing of bell, barking of dogs, playing of kids. Like when you come to school, then you make noises in the classroom. That is again a sound which is although not unpleasant to my ears, but that is a type of sound, and sound is produced by a vibrating body. We can say that sound is a form of energy that produces a sensation of hearing in our ears. We hear any sound with the help of which organ? With our ears. We come across various sound sources such as television, loudspeaker, animals, and sound is produced by vibratory motion of the object. Vibratory motion or oscillatory motion. Now what is vibratory motion? The to and fro motion or back and forth motion, that is vibratory or oscillatory motion. Even you can perform one more activity. For that you need a rubber band, that thin elastic rubber band. Just stretch that rubber band and pluck it. Then you can see the vibrations and you can hear the sound coming from those vibrations. Not all vibrations are visible to our eyes. Now vibrations are necessary to produce sound. Here in this activity, what is this man doing? He has kept this metallic sheet on two wooden slabs and then he is striking with it hammer. So these sheets will start vibrating. In this activity, two pencils are there and we have attached a string to it. And now he is plucking that string, then again vibrations will be seen here. Then in third, this you can perform very easily. For this you need a metallic scale. Just put the scale on table and then just strike it with your finger. Then you can see the vibrations in that metallic scale, plus you can hear the sound coming out from it. Got it? So we can conclude what we concluded from these activities, that vibrations are necessary to produce sound. If there are no vibrations, there will be no sound. Understood? Okay. Now our next topic is characteristics of vibration. For production of sound, vibrations are necessary, and vibration is to and fro motion. Now we will study characteristics of these vibrations. we'll study three characteristics. First is amplitude, second is frequency, and you are familiar with this word frequency, and third is time period. Again, you are familiar with this word also. Let's discuss one by one. First, we will study amplitude. Here I am taking this stretched rubber band. This rubber band is at mean position. The rubber band is at rest in its mean position. Now when we will pluck it from the middle, what will be the motion? Motion will be vibratory. It will start vibrating, and you can see the rubber band will go first upward, then downward, then again upward, downward, and this is oscillatory motion. So amplitude is the maximum displacement of this rubber band from its mean position. Okay, this is the mean position of rubber band, and this is the maximum displacement, maximum distance which this rubber band is covering. And after one oscillation, the distance will be lesser than the previous one. So we always say the maximum displacement of this vibratory object from its mean position. As we are measuring distance here, so the SI unit will be, SI unit of amplitude is meter. Okay, and amplitude is what? Maximum displacement of vibratory object from its mean position. Understood? Now, next characteristic is frequency. In maths also we study this term frequency. In all contexts, what does it mean? We will take the same example of rubber band. It is oscillating, it is vibrating. So frequency is the number of vibrations in a second. Total number of vibrations in 1 second. That is frequency of that vibrating object. Let's take a number. I am saying 20 Hertz. I am saying that frequency of this rubber band is 20 Hertz. What I mean is that this rubber band is vibrating 20 times in 1 second. Understood? What is frequency? The number of vibrations in 1 second. And SI unit of frequency is Hertz. SI unit of frequency is Hertz. Then let's come to the other characteristic, which is time period. Now time period, again this is not a new term to you. Time period means time taken to complete one oscillation or one vibration. That is its time period. Again read this statement. Time taken to complete one oscillation or vibration is known as its time period. If I am saying that time period of that rubber band is 0.5 seconds. By this what I mean, that one vibration is taking this much second to complete. Now there is relation between time period and frequency. F is frequency and time period T. Okay. Now what is the relation? That F is equal to 1 upon T or vice versa. T is equal to 1 upon F. This is the relation between frequency and time period. Let's take example. Let's say time period I have written 0.5 seconds. Then what will be your frequency? It will be 1 divided by 0.5, which is equal to 10 divided by 5 equal to 2 Hertz. By this we mean that frequency of vibrating object is 2 hertz. It means it is vibrating 2 times, it is vibrating 2 times in 1 second. Understood the relation between frequency and time period? And what is the SI unit of time period? It is second. The SI unit of time is here second. Let's watch this first. Amplitude, time period and frequency of a vibration. Here we have taken example of pendulum because that again shows the same motion, vibratory motion, oscillatory motion. This is mean position at B, and this A to C is one oscillation, and BA is maximum displacement from its mean position. The same is shown here. Then time period of the oscillating body, it is the time taken to complete one oscillation, and frequency is the number of oscillations made by the oscillating body in 1 second, and SI unit is hertz. Now next topic is musical instruments. You have seen that people play different type of instrument, even many of you can play instruments. Then we have categorized musical instrument into 3 categories, and those categories are now musical instruments, first type is wind instrument, second is stringed instrument, and third is percussion instrument. By these musical instruments, what we are doing, we are producing sound of different notes. So in wind instrument, vibration are taking place where? In the air column. Like take example of flute. You have seen flute, it is hollow from inside. So the air column, the air particles which are present inside the flute, those particles vibrate and they produce sound. And you have seen that, let's say this is flute and it has openings at different positions. So what is the role of these openings, these holes? That you have seen the person who plays this flute, he places his finger on these opening, and the sound, the production of sound is different from the earlier note. So by changing either the length of this flute or by placing more openings on the flute, we can produce different notes. And here it is making use of what? Air columns. The air particles inside it starts vibrating and there is production of sound. Then next type of instrument is stringed instrument. You have seen guitar, sitar, violin, these all comes in the category of stringed instrument, because stringed means wire, they make use of wire. The wire in these instruments is responsible for the production of sound. Not only those strings, wires, but the whole body. If you have seen guitar, then that is again hollow from inside. So it's not the string only which is producing sound, it is the whole body of guitar which is responsible for production of different notes of sound. So in string instrument, you have seen that they adjust those strings. After adjusting strings, the production of sound is different. Means they are changing the frequency of sound and we hear different notes of sound. So examples of string instrument are guitar, sitar, violin. Then comes percussion instrument. Tabla, everybody has seen tabla or drum, dholak, these all comes in the category of percussion instrument. In that they make use of a stretched membrane. You have seen the top of tabla, we strike that top. Why? Because that is stretched membrane and it produces different notes. So this was all about musical instruments. Here pictures are given. Tabla, dholak and this drum, this is stretched membrane and it is what type of instrument? Percussion instrument. Here we are using stretched strings. Okay, we can change the frequency of sound by stretching or loosening these strings. Okay, and same with here. If the membrane is loose, then the sound will be different, and the membrane is very tight, then sound will be different. And this is air column, Shehnai, flute, trumpet, these all are category of which instrument? Wind instrument. So here comes your first internal question, which you have to write on page number 164. What is wind instrument? And mark the answer. The instrument where vibrations in air columns produce sound. Is this topic clear? Then next topic is, okay, here on plucking the string of a guitar, the whole instrument is forced to vibrate. Thus the sound that we hear is not only of that of the strings of the guitar, but of the complete instrument. Okay, then sound produced by humans. Before this topic we'll discuss sound produced by animals, because obviously animals also produce sound. So you have seen the barking of dogs, chirping of birds. So they all communicate with each other with the help of sound only. So how they are able to produce that sound? Because they have a particular organ which is known as voice organ, and with the help of this organ they are able to produce sounds. Okay, but not all animals are able to produce sound because they do not have voice organ. So they use different parts of their body to produce sound. Let's take example of snake. A snake produces that hissing sound. Okay, and other example will be of grasshopper. It does not have any particular voice organ, so it uses its wings to produce sound. So they are producing sound with the help of voice organ. Now come to sound produced by humans. The body of human is very complex, and again we have particular organ, voice organ, which is known as larynx, designated in our body to produce sound. And you have even seen it, like when we placed our finger here, so the position of this larynx is here inside our at this part of our throat, that is voice box, or we call it larynx. Let's study the structure. This is very rough diagram of this larynx, and this is top view of larynx. This is whole complete voice box. In this, two ligaments are present known as vocal cords. This is first cord and this is second cord. So when we try to speak, remember there is opening between these two cords. You can see there is narrow slit, there is opening. So when we try to speak, what is actually happening? The air from our lungs is coming out through this passage, and as air passes through this passage, these cords starts vibrating. Okay, they starts vibrating on their mean position, and because of these vibrations we are able to produce sound. Like right now I am producing this sound. Why? Because the vocal cords inside my throat, they are vibrating. So understood how it works? Because of the vibration of these vocal cords. Now if you have observed that, then the sound of male, female and children, they differ from each other. Why? Because of the size of this voice box. Like male, they have a bigger voice box, so their voice is very deep, and females and children, they have comparatively small voice box. That's why their voice is different from the male ones. And plus in males or females also there is a difference in voice. We can distinguish between the person without even seeing their face, but only by hearing their voices. Why? Because this vocal cord is responsible. If this vocal cord is tight and thin, then the sound will be different, and if this vocal cord is thick and loose, then the type of sound will be different. So let's see an animation here for better understanding. This is larynx, voice box. Okay, this is the back view, and these are the vocal cords. Now they will show us the top view. This is top view. Okay. The figure which I made earlier on that board, these are cords, two ligaments, vocal cords, and these are muscular. As the air passes through this hole, these starts vibrating. These cords starts vibrating. Okay. Now, this is vibration in vocal cord. Lungs are here. So when we try to speak, air passes through this narrow slit. So here it is, vibration is produced when air from lungs come through this passage, and due to these vibrations there is production of sound. Now next topic, sound needs a medium to propagate. Okay, let's see a chart here. Sound, production of sound happens because there are vibrations in a body. Now tell me, what is vibrating? The body, that the example of rubber band, we'll take that again. When we pluck it, it started vibrating. So what is vibrating? The particles of that rubber band are vibrating. So we can say that for vibration, a particle should be there to vibrate. That's why there will be a vibratory motion or oscillatory motion. So we can say that for vibration we need particles, because they only vibrate, and particles are present in which state? Solid, liquid and gas. Okay, in these three medium, particles are present to vibrate and there will be sound. So we can say that in vacuum there will be no sound, because what is vacuum? Space, nothing is there, no matter, no particle is present there, so there is nothing which can vibrate, so there will be no production of sound in vacuum. But in solid, liquid and gas medium there will be production of sound. Now let's talk about the speed of sound in these different states. Speed of sound will be greater in solid medium than liquid and the least in the gaseous medium. And let's look here why it is so. In solid, we know that particles are very closely packed to each other. Let's say these are very closely packed particles in solid medium. Now we discussed also that sound is a form of energy, okay, and it travels from one place to another with, in the form of waves. So the energy of this particle will be passed to this particle, then energy of this particle will be passed to this, and so on, and finally the energy will reach here at the last particle, in the last particle. But in case of liquid, same happens, but in that particles are loosely packed. So the energy of this particle will be passed on this particle, but it will take a little more time because there is more space present between these particles. So same happens in gas. Particles are very far from each other. Okay, so here the time will be very much more than compared to liquid. So it will take more time in gaseous state. So understood why speed of sound is maximum in solids than in liquids, and finally in the least in gaseous state. So we know that vibrations are necessary to produce sound. To carry these vibrations we need a material body, and hence a material is needed for the transmission of sound from one place to another place. Now you suppose you are standing in front of me and you are able to hear me. Why? Because as soon as I am producing sound, so the air particles which are present between us, they will start vibrating and they will transfer that energy from my mouth to your ear, and then you will be able to hear my voice. The substance or matter through which sound is transmitted is known as medium, like solid medium, liquid or gaseous medium. Sound travels through solid, liquids and gases. Here is the example, like this man, it is hammering that nail in the wall. So we can hear sound, that is in solid medium. In liquid, if in a bowl full of water, if you will place a phone and then you will ring it, then you will be able to hear that sound of your phone. And in gaseous, if train is reaching the station, then when we are able to hear the horn of the train. Why? Because that sound is traveling in the which medium? In gaseous medium. Now one more topic is left, that is speed of sound in different media. We'll take the natural phenomena of thunderstorm. During rainy season, when there is lightning, you see lightning first and then the sound of that storm. Okay, like now Diwali season is near, so when you will explode the fireworks, that explosion we see first and then after few seconds we hear the sound of that explosion. So why this happens? Why light and sound is not reaching to us at the same time? Because of difference in the speed. You know the formula of speed? That is distance divided by time. Speed of sound is 330 meter per second and speed of light is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, or in easier form we can say 3 lakh kilometer per second. So you can see the difference in speed of sound and light. So in 1 second sound is covering only 330 meters, but light in 1 second it is covering 3 lakh kilometers. Now understood why it is reaching to us first, the light, and then sound. So that was all about part 1. Thank you.